Hey guys, you're watching Let's Talk About Prepping. I'm Tyler, your host, and in this video, I'm going to just briefly discuss my experience going to the first annual North Idaho Homesteaders, Sustainable Living, Survivalist, Prepper, etc. YouTuber meetup. So first of all, what was this? This was just a little meetup between a few small channels from the area, put together by a guy who runs a YouTube channel and who's going to be moving up to this area. Now, he lives down in California, but he owns a off-grid cabin in this area, and he's been really excited about meeting other people and watching YouTube channels from people who are doing just the same thing in the North Idaho area. There are a lot of people doing the off-grid sustainable living thing here, just jumping into it with both feet, and it's sort of the kind of thing that gets people wanting to YouTube about it. So he was able to get over a dozen channels contacted. I'm not sure how many showed up, but we had over, I think, 30 people, nearly 40 people in the room sometimes. So that's with other channels simply not being able to show up, even though they wish they could. Some people traveled over 5 hours to be here. So it was a great turnout, and it was just a really good community building experience. Now, some of us, like myself and Living the Dream Homestead, that's the Jackson family, had already known each other, but a lot of people were just meeting for the first time and getting to know each other, subscribing to each other's channels, and just starting to put feelers out because, let's be honest, a lot of people are just too busy, especially when living that lifestyle, to go around and meet a lot of people who are literally even just down the street from them. So this was a great first step in getting to know a lot of people and being able to then branch off, make personal connections, and make plans for next year where there's going to be a much more inclusive meeting. In fact, it sounds like it's going to just be a completely open event at a local fairgrounds, simply being put together by sort of a roundtable group that formed up as we were having this meeting. But it was just a really fun chance to get together with a bunch of people who were like-minded, just local people like ourselves, and have a little bit of a raffle, have some food, and talk. This was by no means organized prepper group or anything like that. A lot of these people are just a family doing an off-grid homesteading lifestyle. And while everybody is comfortable with the prepping idea, and a lot of people sort of have their eyes on that direction when it comes to living the homesteading, sustainable living lifestyle, a lot of them are not geared towards prepping and making a prepper group. And I myself am not just focused on trying to get people to form a group with. A lot of my lifestyle in the past has been just working and living around, working with and living around people who do this kind of thing. So it's just natural for me to have friends who have property and like to do stuff with their property. So it's just a really good experience, and there was a really fun raffle with some really amazing gifts that people wanted to share with each other, and a lot of it was geared towards building community and helping each other out. So everybody got shirts. I got a couple shirts because they made so many. Scott, the guy who put this together, his wife screen printed these herself with the names of all the channels that arrived, and some that might not have been there, and maybe some that were there that didn't make it on the shirt. But I suggest that you guys go and subscribe to all of these channels. Lots of great people here. Survivology 101 is misspelled on there, I guess. Make sure that it's David and Angel that you're subscribing to. And they're the ones who won the prize that I put into the raffle, and I won 2 of the prizes that they put in the raffle. So there was a wide range of items that were put into the raffle for this thing. There was, for instance, mine, which was a voucher for 10 hours of labor for myself, where I'm willing to go out and just do whatever work somebody needs done on their homestead, whether that be shoveling, cutting trees down, helping, muck out pens. Sounds like I might end up doing some drywall work, so that sounds pretty fun. Now, what I won first round, because we actually ended up drawing for a lot of items, 40 pounds of Idaho potatoes. If that's not a cliche, I don't know what is. Anyways, what David and Angel made were, well, Angel makes leather goods and David makes knives. This is a very nice little utility knife. He made it as a woodsman or a carpenter's marking knife. But it is just a really handy, strong little blade, rubberized handle, very slim, very sharp, and with a leather sheath made by Angel. Very nice. I really like this. It goes right into your back pocket really well. I'm sure it'd be great for carpentry work, but it'll also be good as just a nice little utility knife. Then there's separately the wallet that I won from them from another drawing. Very nice. Handcrafted leather. Check out their channel. And it just fits on your belt loop there and hangs down. You can get your stuff out and fold it back up. So all in all, very exciting for me. Other people won some really great raffle gifts. Jeremy and Angela from Living the Dream Homestead got yet another goat from North Country Off Grid. And somebody offered up, I think it was 8 hours of excavator time with their personal excavator, or no, their neighbor's excavator who offered it up, as long as fuel and transport are paid for. And then yet another channel has a grader and offered 4 hours of grader work with no need to pay fuel or transport. Others won some meat chickens or rabbits, and there were just some other really great gifts that were passed around, including various things that are really just geared towards homesteaders and sustainable living. So it was just a really great community building experience, and I think a lot of people made some great connections that they're going to be able to move forward with from here. Now, while I'm a prepper, a lot of these people are not, so this was not geared towards prepping. But a lot of the people do have their mind towards that and towards survivalism and such things. So I think that it's really going to be a great jumping off point for community building and people making some of the connections that we sometimes talk about here. Either which way, next year's event will likely be huge, because even just while we were sitting in this diner talking to the owner, he was sharing about how other groups, basically prepper groups it sounded like, regularly meet in that very room. So if we put up flyers and let everybody know that these kinds of things are going to have an expo going on in our area next year, I think it's going to be huge. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be very exciting to be a part of this. And we've got a lot of good plans to go forward with from here. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well. Hope that was insightful. Everybody, stay safe out there.